YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm gonna be diving deep into the daily routine that has truly changed my life. And the first thing that I wanna say is I used to be lost, I was stuck, I was inconsistent with workouts, and really last year I was at an all-time low. And so the goal of this video is to share how I've kind of came out of that in hopes that maybe you're in a similar situation and you can take value from this. So one of the biggest things and the biggest keys that I've noticed, the biggest things that has actually proved to me that this is working is, and guys, this isn't by chance, this isn't by luck what I'm about to share with you, but for years, I might have went up on YouTube 500 to 1,000 subscribers in an entire year. And just in the last 30 days, I'm up 1,200 subscribers. And I truly think it comes down to what I'm gonna share in this video. And that's just gonna be on the benefits of a routine, why you should implement a routine, and how you implement a routine. So we're gonna be talking about the daily non-negotiables that I'll follow and just all of the tips and I guess the strategies that I'm using to go from someone who was inconsistent, failing to work out. Last year I probably was at my smallest and probably one of my worst mental states, and I've came out of that. So now I'm on fire with purpose, passion, motivation, and yeah, so that's what we're gonna dive into. But if you are new to my channel, one of the first things that I do when I consume content is I'm like, who is this person? Because nowadays everyone's making content, everyone's trying to grab attention. And so I'm always kind of skeptical when I watch YouTube, is I'm like, who is this guy and what's their credibility? So guys, if you're new here, I make fitness content with the goal of simplifying it and simplifying nutrition. So I've been training for 10 years, and what I've noticed over those 10 years, when I started out super skinny, was I was overwhelmed. There was, one expert saying to do this, one expert saying to do that, just completely contradicting themselves. And I was lost. So that led me from jumping to 18 different programs, all the way from full body to bro splits to just all over the place. And what I've noticed is that if you do not want to be a competitive bodybuilder, if you're not trying to be some top athlete, you don't have to complicate it. You don't have to do all this crazy, complexity with your training. And that's kind of what I share. But I'm starting to make more videos on routine, and you're gonna know that if you've watched the last couple uploads, because I'm starting to realize the more people that I coach, the more people that I help online, is that a lot of this game just comes down to something that's deeper than just, do this bicep exercise or do the incline bench versus the flat bench for aesthetics. Those things matter, and I'm still gonna make content on those, but there is a deeper rooted thing that's causing you to be inconsistent, to not have motivation, to not show up for your workout. So like I said, I was someone who went from being lost, I was stuck, inconsistent on YouTube and fitness, being at an all-time low last year, to for the last 6 months, as I just showed you, I'm waking up at 3:30, 4 a.m. chasing after my goal. So I'm going to make some pre-workout, and then we're gonna head to the gym. We are en route to the gym. Might get a little bit dark on you guys, I apologize, but I did upgrade the mic, so we should be good audio quality, which I think sometimes is the most important thing in a video. But starting this video out talking about daily routine and consistency, I think the first thing and the most important thing is discovering your why of why you're actually doing what you're doing. So if you are struggling with motivation, if you're struggling to get up and go to the gym, if you're struggling to pursue anything, more than likely it's because you don't know what you should be doing. And when you really think about that, it seems so obvious. It's like, if I'm struggling with motivation, like, why would I wake up early in the morning if I don't know why? Why would I like work extra hard and sacrifice doing fun things if I don't know why I'm doing those? So I've said this in many videos, but that's why it's so important to kind of like dial in what you see your future becoming. Like, when you close your eyes and you kind of dream or think of your dream life, it's like, can you actually visualize that? Do you know exactly what you want? Because if you don't, it makes all of this stuff hard. So when I told you guys I was lost, I was at one of my lowest spots, like, that's why I was lost, is because I had no plan. And I always think of it like this. Like, a plan is going to be your GPS system. It's a path you can walk down, a straightforward path to your goals with like checkpoints along the way. When you don't have a plan and you're just doing random things in everyday life, it's like you're like thrown out in the middle of the woods and you're roaming around thinking you're going to stumble upon, what you should be doing, or, what's going to get you to some type of goal. It's like by chance. But how do you actually figure out a goal if you truly don't know what you want to do in your life? Because I've been there. I remember I was searching all kinds of videos from Jordan Peterson and just all these different things to try to dial in, like, what was Eric put on this earth for? Like, what did God put me on this earth to do? And I think through prayer and meditation and just writing this out and journaling on it, I've discovered that it's to help people through fitness and self-improvement in some type of way. And I'm still learning. Even me recording these videos right now, like, this is something new to me. I used to only do voiceovers because like I didn't want to get on camera and talk, because I like couldn't collect my thoughts, or I would like be all over the place and I would constantly have to start and stop the videos and just overthinking. But now I've come to realize that, like, the more that I'm just my authentic self, I'm going to have some people that don't like me, and that's fine. But then I'm going to have some people that actually are like, this is the real Eric. Like, I can relate to this guy. So bringing this back to, purpose is like, I discovered mine, but it took some time. It took, daily reflection, researching this stuff. So if you don't know what you should be doing, what I often recommend to people, because not everyone has this like big ambitious goal. Like, my goal is to grow to 100,000 YouTube subscribers and pursue fitness and help people full time. But if you don't know what you should be doing, it's like, where do you start? Well, I think you start with pain. So we could honestly all think about any time we've been in pain in life, anytime you're sick, just really think about it. Like, you want to be away from that. So if you don't have any goals, start to think about the pains in your life. What on a daily basis causes you pain, or what could cause you pain? So if you're struggling to get to the gym, think about what happens 5 years from now if you haven't been to the gym. What kind of pain are you in? What kind of physique do you have? What kind of mental health are you in because you look at yourself in the mirror and you're unconfident? That's a motivator. What happens if you eat, shit food, processed food, all this garbage nowadays that everyone's hooked to? Because I used to be there. I used to eat fast food 2 times a day. I would eat a pint of Ben & Jerry's every night, ice cream, if you guys know what that is. And like, my mental health was just awful, man. I was all over the place with emotions, probably due to all the added sugars and all the chemicals and everything else in that food. But the more things you can list out that cause you pain in your life, those are goals you can start tackling. So when you think through those, you just basically reverse engineer it. So it's like, you look at your goals from an overview. You don't want pain. You don't want to be unhealthy or sick. Maybe it's even like, maybe you're struggling with motivation at your job, but maybe you reframe your job and you're like, well, I don't want to be broke because that causes pain in my finances. So then you got to figure out how to systemize your day. And that's what I did. It's a process that I learned called chunking. But you basically just take like an overview of your day or an overview of your goals in your year, and then you just reverse engineer and you just like take steps backwards on how that can be achieved. So if you don't want to be unhealthy, like you want to be healthy, it's like, what would a healthy person do every day? They would probably plan their food. They would know what they're eating. What would a fit person do? They would plan their workouts. And so guys, you basically just take your goals and reverse engineer them. But if you don't know what your goals are, get out a pen and a piece of paper, your notes app on your phone, and I want you to just start writing down the things in your life that cause you pain. And then we're gonna work to, build a routine, a day-to-day routine on how you can start accomplishing those goals. And the cool thing about that, because this is exactly what I did when I didn't really know what I wanted to do and while I was like searching for it, is I wrote out my pains. And Jordan Peterson talks about cleaning up your room and how it can make like a profound impact on your life. And it sounds kind of like goofy and like how does that have any impact? But it's because you see a problem. So like you walk into your room and it's just a complete mess and there's shit everywhere. But then you start putting it in place. So you're problem solving. You're solving something that was once a pain, especially in your mental. Like if you have a desk or a bedroom that's just all cluttered with all kind of stuff, like just take the time to organize and clean it and watch what it does to your mental health. So step number 1 of this video, and I'm going to break down my daily non-negotiables, but the first thing that I want you guys to figure out is, what is your why? If you don't know your why, I want you to write out your pains. Those pains are going to be used as negative fuel and a motivator, and they're going to give you purpose and give you a start and a trajectory on each day. So sitting here rambling, I'm going to finish up this pre-workout. For the guys who've been following the channel, I got some exciting news. My fiance and I actually just closed on a home yesterday in Florida. Yo, what up guys? Got some super exciting news. Check out the new house. It's got some kind of funny, creative elements to it, but we are currently ripping up the flooring, put all new flooring in, and then I'll show you guys back here. One of the coolest parts is that's gonna be the new home gym. So full shop, full shed. Right now we are staging out some trees right here, some magnolias, to do some screening over time. But yeah, we closed on it yesterday, man. It's a blessing, God's good. Which it has a super cool shop that I'm gonna turn into a full home gym. But my mom and my brother actually came down last night and they're gonna help, with flooring, and my mom's gonna help around just like clean it, like deep cleaning and stuff. The house is in pretty poor shape, to be honest. The people who rented it before didn't take care of it. And so it's just part of it, but we see the vision. My brother and I are gonna put in some new flooring today, start working on ripping up the flooring. We got to sand and paint. But the reason I'm telling you guys that is because last night, it's like 7:30 or 8, and that's normally what time I'm in bed, and I had to tell them, I'm like, hey, I've got to wake up and train in the morning. I'll be over first thing bright and early, but good night, love you guys, but I got to stick to my routine. So I could have easily stayed up till 10 or 11 o'clock last night and threw off my routine, threw off my sleep schedule for multiple days. But I have a goal, I have a vision, I know what I'm doing, and in order to give my best self every single day, I have to stick to that. And it's not to say that sometimes life ain't gonna throw you something to where you're gonna have to deviate from the plan. But like yesterday, I did deviate from the plan. Like there was a lot of things I needed to do, but since we had to go sign the closing documents, had to go check out the house, all these different things, I wasn't able to do those. But I'm still sticking to the fundamentals of, if I want to grow on YouTube, if I want to help you guys and inspire you through fitness, I have to be a proof of product. I have to show up, I have to work out, I have to do all these different things on a day-to-day basis. So we have to figure out what those things are for you. And that's what I'm gonna break down in the rest of this video. But let's jump into a workout. So we just finished up that push workout, and I'm actually on the iPhone now because the little Osmo Pocket 3, I think the SD card only does like 20 minutes. But if you guys film any type of gym content, whether it's just for your own like personal use to look back on your form, the Osmo Pocket 3 is so nice, man. It's like super small and you can shoot 4K with it. So we were talking about, you know, setting your vision and figuring out exactly what to do, you know, if you don't have a vision, like using the pain. So a saying that goes really good with this, or like an analogy, is fix the leak before you build the mansion, or fix the foundation before you build the house. Start with cleaning up your diet, cleaning up your body, cleaning up your space, the negativity, the people around you. Like, work on the pains first if you don't have a goal that you're chasing. Now, I like to think in day-type compartments. I learned this from Napoleon Hill. If any of you guys are into self-improvement, which you probably are if you're watching this, there is a book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, and he talks about a concept called living in day-type compartments. And basically what that means is you don't think about the future, you don't think about the past. Like, all we have is right now. And that is something that I reflect on a lot. So anytime I'm anxious, anytime I'm worrying about stuff coming up, maybe I have some like big work meetings that I'm preparing for, or just like everyday real life stuff, man, that people worry about. Because I know you guys have worries too. We're all human, right? But I like to reflect like the Stoics on a saying called memento mori. But like right now, me driving my truck back home, like this is the only moment I truly have. Like, I could be gone. A tractor trailer could pull out of nowhere and run straight into me, and then I'm done. You know, there goes life. So stop thinking in the future, thinking in the past. It's not, you know, saying not to set goals for the future, but don't worry about it. Like, set your goals and then just focus on today. So what I'm trying to say is, like, you want to build out daily non-negotiables. So like, what are the things that you can do today to then push you towards those goals? So for me, I need a set wake up time. I need to know exactly what I'm eating. I need to be doing some type of daily training, daily movement, continuous learning. And then another one for me is just daily sunlight. If you guys can do the research on vitamin D and how important it is to get outside, or at least supplement with it, you would never skip out on vitamin D again. So if you are not currently supplementing with vitamin D and you think you might be deficient, maybe you stay inside a lot, get a vitamin D supplement, start getting outside. So those are my daily non-negotiables. Like I talked about a little bit earlier before the workout, you need to reverse engineer your day. So maybe your goal is to be, you know, a musician. Maybe it's to build some type of business. Maybe it's to advance into your career. The best thing that you can do is look at someone who's already done that thing and start studying them, man. Study them like some type of like just mad researcher, like a mad scientist. Like, study their routine, study their habits, like reverse engineer what they did to get to that spot, and that's how you'll get there. So for example, if my goal, like my major vision right now, is to get 100,000 YouTube subscribers, to go full-time into fitness, I'm looking at guys who have done it. And it's not that I'm copying them, it's more of seeing exactly like what they did and then putting your own spin to it. So for me, I might research other successful YouTubers and be like, okay, they used text on that screen, they shot from these angles, they use these camera settings, and then once I put my authentic message and my voice on it, it eventually kind of spins into your own thing. So that's kind of encouraging for you, is like, if you have these goals and you have no idea how to get there, then start researching. It's just like athletes, you know, they looked up to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all these guys. It's like, how did they go work out in the morning? What exercises did they do? What drills did they do? If you just study the greats, you can become a great yourself, but you have to implement the discipline, the consistency, all the things that I always talk about. So point of this video, man, is figure out your vision, because without a vision, without goals, without pain, without a motivational fuel, it's going to be hard to have a daily routine. It's going to be hard to be consistent. But like I said, if you don't have a routine, you're going to feel lost. And at least that's how I felt, because before my routine, I was anxious. I would try to wing the day. I would just do random things. And some people could say like, Eric, a routine, man, that's like robotic. Like, you got to be spontaneous in life. You got to do things. And it's not to say you can't live your life, but the truth is, man, like, we all need a routine. We all need the daily things that we're doing. And it's going to be boring sometimes. You're not going to be motivated. You're not going to want to do it. Sometimes I don't want to record these videos. Sometimes I don't want to go work out. I don't want to eat the right foods. But that's where it comes down to whether you feel like it or not. So I stayed up later than normal. I still woke up this morning a little bit, foggy in the head, pretty tired, but I still got up and got after it. So that's the message of this video, is like, set your vision, figure out your fuel, reverse engineer it, figure out your daily non-negotiables. Like, what are the things you need to do every single day? Back to, if you're trying to be like a musician or a guitarist or something, just, making stuff up for the concept of this video. But like, what is someone who's trying to be a musician every day? Like, they probably set some time to learn new things. They're probably gonna set some time to practice those things. They're probably gonna set some time to research people and how they perform. It's like, if you think about the bird's eye view, you can break this stuff down and you can get there. So if you are struggling to build a good physique, if you feel like you're stuck, it's like, look at what you're doing and then look at the people who have built a good body. What are they doing? And I guarantee you it's going to come down to you not being consistent, you not tracking your workouts, you not working out intensely enough, and you not tracking your food, because that's what the people who build a good body do. That's exactly what I do. And that's how I became consistent. So hope you guys found value in this video. Really enjoying making these type of videos with minimal edits, showing you guys a daily routine. If it kind of gets repetitive where I'm just like making the pre-workout, filming myself kind of, getting ready for the gym, guess what, guys? That's my routine. That's the purpose of a routine, is it's boring. It's the same thing. But that's where the value is found, in the same thing, because those days stack and you keep stacking the days and you keep stacking the days and you get better. And you'll notice, as I'm doing it more, I'm becoming more confident on camera. I'm getting better at shooting video. I'm getting stronger in the gym because I'm just stacking the days. I'm just consistently showing up. So this daily routine changed my life. I work from about 6 a.m. to 4 to 5 most days. So I wake up at 4 a.m. On my training days, I go to the gym from about 4 to 5:30, come back home, get ready, leave the house by 6, get to the shop about 6:30, work till 4, come home, and that's where I'm responding to YouTube comments, engaging with the Discord community. So be sure to join that link in the description. It's a free community. I work on content. So those are my daily disciplines. I go for walks and listen to audiobooks, read books, and then on my non-training days, I still wake up at 4, and then I work on scripting these videos. I work on editing videos. So go to work, come home, prep food, read books, walk, same thing. It's a routine. So don't think like too much into this. You don't have to track every single second and minute, but like, break your day down into blocks. Like, you need a learning block. You need an emptying block to like journal your notes down, put things on your computer, script out videos if you're doing YouTube, or, just write down your thoughts, write down what you learned, and just time to consume, time to prepare. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, man. Really trying to bring as much value as I can, because I've actually lived this. I've actually transformed my life, man. I've went from being someone who's inconsistent, and now I'm showing up consistently and I'm seeing the best results in my life. My YouTube channel is growing, man. So that should tell you guys something. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's showing up every single day and stacking the days. Talk to you all on the next one. Peace.